Hey, I'm Bing, and my mission is to equip and inspire women to experience more wonder through purposeful solo travel, especially road tripping. When I plan a solo road trip, it's so important that I remain flexible, because some of the best moments come from things that you don't plan at all. This particular day included spontaneous stops, a change in plans, and some one-of-a-kind experiences that reminded me why I love traveling this way. And if this video causes you to wonder how you can do this for yourself, then please pick up my free Going Solo Quick Start Guide. I'll link it right here for you.
Well, Lexi and I are having a lazy morning here outside of Cody, Wyoming and Buffalo Bill State Park. It's gorgeous. It's like in the 60s. And we're just hanging out in our tent because we hiked so much yesterday and we are so tired. We don't have a long drive today, so we are just kind of hanging out, and I'm trying to figure out exactly where we're going and what we're gonna do.
Okay, Lex and I are headed out of Buffalo Bill State Park, and we had a good night once we finally got there and got it going. I also had potentially the worst and best shower in recent memory this morning. Happy to pay for the shower. It was a trickle at best. I made the most of it and I feel so much better, but it was, water pressure, not a thing. Oh, the other interesting part of my shower story is that I forgot to take a towel in with me, but I did it. So here I am and I'm clean, and that's pretty great. But today we're on our way to Sinks Canyon State Park. Hopefully that's our destination, and we're going to be driving through some pretty interesting country on our way there.
Cody's pretty famous for something called the Cody Stampede, which happens in July, and it's right here. But they also have nightly rodeos. Okay, Lex and I are going to explore downtown Cody, Wyoming just a little bit. It is just the cutest. Got the old-fashioned theater across the street here.
Downtown Cody also boasts the Irma, which is Buffalo Bill's original hotel. And this is part of it. It's on the National Historical Registry. And of course, it's election season, so you see fun things like this, and this may or may not have been my breakfast. Sometimes I make spontaneous stops, and this is one I'll never forget. I saw the sign for the Sacajawea Cemetery and pulled off the road about 2 miles to find it. It was so beautiful, and actually a very moving experience. My kids and I spent a lot of time studying the Corps of Discovery and Lewis and Clark when they were little, and seeing the place where she was buried was really cool. It was the most personal cemetery I've ever been to. I love that the Shoshone people create handmade crosses, and that there were so many personal items left at each one of the grave sites. It was really sweet and really special. It was such a beautiful setting, and I just really loved how personal it was. There was such a presence of personalities and children, and the love that these people have for one another, even in death. Hey, so Lex and I are in Thermopolis, Wyoming. This is actually not the first time that we've been here. It's a return trip, but we were just on our way through and thought it would be super fun to stop again. It's a hot springs town, so we're headed for the Bighorn River, which is right down the street here. You can see here this giant, they call it a teepee, where the hot springs water is funneled out of there. So everything smells just a little funky because of the hot springs. The terrain is very rough around town, but people come from all over for the hot springs. There are water parks, and there's also an indoor just swimming area where you can go, which of course I can't do that with Lexi. So we're just headed to the river where we can enjoy this really cool and warm water. It's pretty funky. These are the travertine terraces. They're caused over time from a specific type of limestone as the hot water drips and falls over the edge. It's really hard to capture here, but it's mesmerizing and incredibly cool. Okay, we're here where the water flows in. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot warmer. Ooh, it definitely is. Very warm. Wow, what do you think, Lex? That's not refreshing at all. Cool, though. You can see it's coming. Some places it's dripping down. Like over here, it's more spraying down. Really neat. Okay, Lex is getting a little treat this afternoon. It's 99 degrees here, and Thermopolis, and so we thought we needed just a little tiny cup. I decided to get a slushie because it is truly 99 degrees right now. So here's to a medium raspberry slushie, which is ginormous. And then I thought, you know what, why not? I've been eating all my own food. I haven't eaten out at all. And so this cute little place had hot dogs and stuff. I haven't had a hot dog probably for 3 years. So I got my favorite kind, which is chili cheese, mustard, and onions. And thought, okay, I'll just eat it while we're driving. Except it came like this. So, fork and knife needed, pulled over. We're going to enjoy this slop. Looks so good. And then we'll get back on the road. One of the things about Wyoming is, and I absolutely love coming back here. I am so enamored with this state. I just love it so much. But one of the things is that I always am looking for new roads to try and new places to go. And the fact of the matter is that while there's still an awful lot I haven't seen in Wyoming, there aren't that many roads to choose from, especially in the center of the state, because it's very desolate. And I'm just getting ready to drive through the Wind River Canyon, which, as I recall, is pretty freaking cool. I hope it's as good as I remember. It's so cool, and I love the train tracks. Okay, more tunnels. How beautiful. Holy moly. It's another triple tunnel. Oh, another with the rock inside. How cool is that? So we made it to Sinks Canyon, and this is the stream that runs through the campground, and it has this really cool feature where it disappears. The water disappears into this cavern, and then it comes out way down the canyon. But there's a bit of a mystery because the water takes way too long to get from point A to point B, and they have no idea where it goes. How cool is that? So good news, bad news. I walked into the ranger station and I found this really neat display showing all the local animals that live in and around the state park, which I thought was really cool and I loved. However, as I asked her about the campground, she told me that the sites weren't really set up for SUV tents. So not really what I was hoping to hear. I decided to drive through and check it out just in case, but clearly this place was not a good fit for Lexi and me. We loved how friendly the neighbors seemed, at least the four-legged ones. The sites, however, were definitely better suited for RVs. This is what winging it gets me, and sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it makes me a little nervous, but it's gonna be fine. My intended campground was a no-go. I thought that might happen, but it's just way too rocky, no place to put my tent connecting to my car, and I really like having it connected to the car. And, fun fact, rattlesnakes in and around. That's a no for me. So as much as I want to overcome fear and all of that, if there's no rattlesnakes, I'm not going to stay there. So fun fact number 2, Michelle, who is my wonderful designer for my book, she did my book cover and laid out the entire book. She comes here and backpacks a lot, hikes. She lives in Utah. And she actually recommended, for hiking reasons, a campground that is just a couple of miles away, but straight up the mountain. So Lexi and I are driving straight up the mountain, and we're going to see about the camping up here. So bears, and no, I don't have any bear spray, which is probably a mistake. Ranger said to me, bears are probably still off doing their summer bear time things. Very encouraging. I don't know if this is going to be a go or not, but it's definitely worth the drive, and we're just going up, up, up. So let's see what we find. Wow, what a day. What a last couple hours anyway. Just fighting that whole where are we going to stay thing. Not really sure. This is where we ended up. So we say thank you to my book designer and friend Michelle, who suggested this place, which is about 1,000,000 times better than where we were going to stay. What an incredibly beautiful spot. We're about 9,000 feet up above Lander, Wyoming, and had no idea that we could get up here and do this. It's spectacular. So here we are, end of the day, at our campsite. Nice fire, beautiful lake. A little bit of a whiny dog. I don't know what that's all about. And just grateful. Like, what a weird day. Just lots of weird stuff. But in the end, we are in the perfect place with the perfect setting. And just so grateful. Good morning. From high atop the Wind River Range in Worthen Meadows, a national forest campground and absolute slice of heaven. We are so excited for this day. I know it all looks pretty great now, but at 3:30 this morning there was massive thunder and lightning, huge rainstorm, and I had to scramble out and put my tarp on the top, which was very difficult to do in the dark, but I'm so glad I did, and we didn't get wet, not one drop. Well, this is our first morning where we just went back to bed and never got back up until about 8:30. It was a hard night with the storms. They were so loud. But it doesn't stop Lexi from wanting to swim, which of course is the first thing that we ended up doing today and why she's pulling me so hard. She loves the water so much, and the lake was one of the clearest I've ever seen, but oh my gosh, it is absolutely freezing. Lex and I are taking a hike in the Poposi Wilderness. Sounds like the middle of nowhere. It actually is. In fact, we drove up the mountain last night to camp in the middle of nowhere and then went north on our hike. So this is a little out of my normal comfort zone for sure. I don't know if it's helpful or not doing it with Lexi, but I feel better. I know that this is bear country, so we're not headed too far into it. There are lots of people around who are, here to hike for days and days and into the wilderness and backpack and all that, but that's not what we're doing. We're going for a hike, so just a couple miles, and it's a gorgeous morning, and we're just trying to enjoy every bit of it. And Lex is loving it, but can also smell water somewhere, so she's a little extra hype. Well, her nose is never wrong, and she was dragging me down this hill, and now I know why. We found this beautiful little lake. I don't know the name of it, is so pretty. Wow. If not for Lexi, I would have turned around by now, but she was determined to find the water and knew it was here somewhere, so here we are. Okay, there's a giant animal in front of us. I can just see his rack, so I know it's not a bear, but we're gonna proceed slowly. Okay, so it was a giant mule deer and a doe as well, and I had a fantastic video of the mule deer that I never hit record on, so all you see is the corner of his rack right here. Kind of embarrassing, but it was a pretty cool experience, and he was beautiful. Okay, Lex and I had our 2-mile hike, and now it's time for some caffeine. So we're doing it a little bit different today, and I can't believe it's the first time I've done this on this particular trip. It's taken me this long, but it's a little too warm for a fire, so plan maybe C, D, I don't know. My trusty little propane stove, and it's all hooked up with this little canister, and all it takes, and bombs away. Heating up. I can't froth my milk this morning, so we're just gonna heat it. That's okay, but got the milk, got the chai. We are gonna be good to go in just a minute. Cheers to hanging out by the lake and having a killer campsite, which is just great. Surviving a thunderstorm and just hanging out today. So we've come down the mountain. We are headed back into Lander, about 3,000 feet lower than we started. And it's a weird feeling just because I felt like it was in another world up there. It was just so beautiful and peaceful and silent, except for the wind, and I don't feel like I belong down here right now. It's kind of a weird feeling, but we'll figure it out. The last 24 hours will be burned in my brain for a long time. It wasn't anything like I planned it, but I learned a long time ago to be flexible and to leave room for wonder. And I definitely found that in the middle of Wyoming. I can't wait for another day of adventure. Trips like this are such a good reminder for me that staying flexible really does leave room for all that unexpected wonder around the bend. If you're thinking about traveling solo and you want an encouraging place to start, then don't forget to check out my Going Solo Quick Start Guide. It's linked below. And let me know in the comments if you have a favorite moment that happened because you stayed open to changing your mind when you were on the road. They make for the best stories, and I'd love to hear yours. Please come back for more encouragement, equipping, and inspiring information about solo road tripping. Lexi and I hope to see you on the road.